Hello everybody, it is Saturday, May 1st, and it's time for our May update. So a lot of growth in the garden over the past month. This place is becoming really just overflowing with like growth and different plants and projects and everything I've been working on. So come along, we're just gonna make a short little trip around the garden, and then you'll get to see how everything's going along. So this is some lettuce that I planted. The lettuce I planted just after I recorded my last video. And we've gotten 2 huge bowls of lettuce from this. So these are just 2 small pots that we kind of filled with some leaves, and this is a third window box that we put some plants into. Lettuce grows everywhere. It's super easy. This is cut and come again lettuce, so you just cut it off like you're giving it a haircut basically, and you get a whole bowl of lettuce for you. This has been enough for me and Annie for a couple meals already. We're expecting a couple more before it grows flowers and then becomes too bitter to eat in the middle of the summer. So that's going really well, and this has been a really great, easy project that's really worked out for us. Here's 2 strawberry plants that we grown. Both of these strawberries are doing very well. They are, there's 3 plants in each pot, and the flowers are, it's really nice to see. I mean, just for the flowers by themselves, it's pretty nice, but if you can see, we got little strawberries coming. Got one there, got a nice one coming up there. So that's 6 strawberry plants. The book I was reading says you want at least 12 to kind of get a decent harvest, but I'm not looking for a huge harvest. I'm just looking to snack on a strawberry here and there, so I think it's going pretty cool. This is my azalea that I got. I have it kind of tucked in the corner now. It used to be over in the corner here, but as you can see, it's starting to pop little flowers, so I think real soon we should have some huge flowers ready to go. The elderflower tree is looking fantastic. I mean, it was these 3 little sticks when I first got it, and I think a month ago that's pretty much all you guys saw. Now it's become, just voluminous, thriving. Really likes the spot it's in, it really likes the soil it's in, it's getting plenty of sun and water, all this fresh growth. Looks great. I'm really hoping for some flowers this year, so we'll see. Moving along. We got another 2 winners. Let me back up here so you guys can see it. So to our right here is the hosta. And the hosta has just gotten so big, it's like bigger than the pot right now. I mean, this thing was basically candles, like little sticks of grass a month ago, and it's already so big it's like exploding out of the pot. And the same thing with the peony. The peony was those little tiny red buds, if you remember, and now it's kind of blossomed into this full-sized bush, and we are already getting flower buds. My light's not that good, so you may not be able to see it very well, but so we got a couple flower buds like here, another one back there. So the peony and the hosta are just thriving. They look so good. I'm really excited to see the peony flower, which should be very shortly. Huge, beautiful flowers we should be expecting. So this is my mint, and this has been kind of a mixed project. This was mint that came up last year. This is just regular, non-specific grocery store mint that I rooted and planted in this pot. I've already made like a iced tea with it, like a mint tea, and it came out really good. But it still smells good just by rubbing your fingers on it. But this side is kind of not as, it all seems to be on this side of the pot, so I'm sure it'll come, move its way over. This has been less productive. This is julep mint, which is a special variety especially made for juleps, but I collected some seed from last year and put the seed into the soil, but it doesn't seem to be growing. It might, maybe with some more watering and some more sunlight, maybe they'll start coming up, but if not, that's not a big loss. So that's one project that hasn't been working out as well as I would like it to. A couple smaller projects here before we get to the more exciting stuff. So this is a lemon that I've grown from seed from last year. It's finally warm enough to put outside now. It seems to be getting stronger. Its leaves are getting a more vibrant, green. We repotted it after the cats actually knocked it down onto the ground and broke the pot. So, but it's actually doing pretty well in its new home and its new sunlight. So, hopefully we'll get some good growth from this summer. Obviously, I'm not expecting lemons or anything like that, but just a little bit of growth would be great. Over here is some oregano. The oregano I am trying to grow in order to dry it at the end of the season. So I want it to get like really big and flower, and then I'm going to cut it and dry it and have homemade dried oregano for the year. I don't know how well it's going to go. It seems to grow pretty slowly actually, but we'll see how it does. And now the moment you've all been waiting for is the peas. This is like the pride and joy of my garden right now. These were planted on video last. You can see that video if you want to watch it. It was me planting it, but they have just gotten so big already. Just over 1 month, they've jumped all the way up. We have built these like tents, trellises, but we wrap some rope around so for them to climb up. So they take a little bit of encouragement, but I'm trying to see if I can find a good one. Here you go. You can kind of see how they like to wrap around the ropes, because they are vines and they do like to climb. Like this guy's trying to climb up. So I mean, hopefully they're gonna reach the top of these, and then they'll start flowering, and we'll get some peas. So I am so excited by this. Oh, we got some bees. That's good. Always good for pollinating. Although we're not quite there yet. No flowers yet, but it's coming. All right, so that's the end of the backyard garden. We will now move over to my seeding station real quick. So this is my seed station. It's May 1st, so obviously we want to see some growth. I didn't record this last time on the video because I started it around the 15th, I think. I did record this guy though. This is our pepper plants, and the peppers are just growing really fantastically. So these guys should be ready to be potted out soon. I'm thinking probably in the next week I want to start getting some pots for them. I've just been giving them water and sunlight, and they're just, loving it. They really love being in this little like plastic hothouse. These are sunflowers that we planted pretty late, a week, maybe like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. But they've already exploded. Look how huge they are. Like they're just really reaching for some sunlight though. So they need to go out soon too. And then finally I got some tomatoes. So these are Roma tomatoes that I planted out as an experiment. I bought a pack of seeds for like $4 and put them out in some like old pots just to see if they would grow. And sure enough, we got some pretty good little baby plants here. I don't know if they're going to be strong enough to pot out. We can try it probably as an experiment, but I don't think these are going to be our main tomato producing plants. I think I'm going to get some starts from the garden store. But it might be cool to see if we can get these to produce some tomatoes. And here's the final part of our garden tour, is the outside garden. I showed you all this stuff last year. This is last month. I mean, this is still continued to grow. It's already onto the pavement. This English ivy, it needs to be cut. This is some periwinkle. So I really recommend periwinkle as a ground cover plant. I mean, it just really has a lot of beauty. I love those purple flowers. They're just beautiful. These are some hellebores. So these hellebores are in a slightly shadier spot compared to these hellebores, and you can tell there's a big difference in how well they did this year. Like these guys did not do as well. They have a really nice kind of reddish color to them. I like how it plays up against this darker green. I think that's a really nice color combination, but yeah, it is not doing nearly as well as these guys. One thing you probably haven't seen though are these iridescent blue flowers. I can't remember the name of this plant off the top of my head. It's in my notebook, but they're just like beautiful. They're iridescent blue. They're really a joy to see every morning when you're walking out the door. And then this brings me to my final project, which I just got. This is a rose plant. So this is called a Queen of Sweden. This is actually a designer, quote unquote, designer rose. It's a bush variety rose. or and so the Queen of Sweden has these beautiful, like, very light pink flowers. I don't think those are flowers. I think those are just that's just growth from the stems. But they sell it to you bare rooted like this, and you just kind of pop it in. So I put in some more soil into this front barrel here, and I'm just gonna let it sit and kind of hope that it does its thing. So, you know, hopefully in a month we can see how much growth we get from this rose. So I bought it like over a month ago, and they just shipped it to me because they say, like, they know like what location you're buying from, and they can tell you like what the best time of year to plant it is, which I understand, but it's kind of been like a little bit of a pretty mild spring, and I probably would have preferred to put this out a little bit more so I can get some more growth over the summer, but you know, it's in there pretty good. We'll see how it does. Hopefully it, you know, gets comfy, and we'll start to see some roses maybe this summer if we're really lucky. So, all right, well, that does it for our garden tour, right, Locke? There's Tara enjoying it too. She's got her own little garden there. But yeah, so it's a great little spot. I'm very, very happy with it. Hopefully you guys can join me in a month, and I can show you how it's coming along in June. We're gonna put out some tomatoes hopefully soon, so you can be seeing some pretty big tomato growth. I don't know how much more space we're gonna have left on the patio, but it's gonna go pretty well. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching. See you next time.